Hello friends, it has been a while since I've made a video. A little over 3 months, I believe, and in all honesty, I have missed it. I've missed connecting with you, I've missed the creativity of it, I've missed that feeling of accomplishment when you stick to a plan and are consistent with something. I've missed seeing progress as a result of that consistency and effort. So all that to say, I am very, very, very glad to be back. What have I been up to the last few months? Honestly, not much. And I think that was exactly what I needed. After going through a separation, moving cities, adjusting to living back with my parents, keeping up with work, trying to grow this YouTube channel, life has definitely felt overwhelming for quite some time now. And I haven't even really talked about the worst part of it, which is that in December of last year, I have been dealing with near daily anxiety and panic attacks. And honestly, that has been more than anything just so exhausting. The amount of effort and energy it takes to manage that and to go about your daily life as normally as possible, it just wipes you out. And while I have definitely experienced a little bit of anxiety before here or there, and I've even had panic attacks before, it has never been this consistent, literally almost daily. And it has honestly been challenging just to keep up with normal daily life things while dealing with this. And so over the summer, I decided to ditch all the guilt I was feeling for not being able to, do normal life and not being able to do the things that I used to do. And I allowed myself to just, obviously keep up with work and clients and things like that, but otherwise just focus on healing, feeling better mentally, finding and working and experimenting with all these different strategies that would help me manage this anxiety. I pushed myself to go outside a lot, continue seeing friends. I spent quite a bit of time at my parents' cottage, just reading, relaxing, spending time in nature, kayaking, and of course seeing my therapist regularly. One thing I have done this summer is take 2 creative writing courses, which I think I had mentioned in a previous video a while back, and the plan was to make a whole video about that experience, but the state I was in mentally, even just trying to go downtown Toronto into a room full of strangers once a week and try to participate, that was enough to trigger really high anxiety, feeling like sick to my stomach every time. So unfortunately, I was not really able to create and capture that in the way that I wanted to, but I did record a few parts of the journey. Oh my gosh, okay, today is officially the day. I am going to my first creative writing class at the University of Toronto, and I am very excited, but also very nervous for many reasons, but also I haven't been in school for 7 or 8 years. So I don't know what to expect. I don't know what my brain is going to be capable of absorbing, but I'm just excited to be going back to school, back to a campus, to have like an instructor and to be in a classroom. I don't know if you can tell, but I was obviously a bit of a nerd. I'm still just as excited. I definitely have very much like first day of school vibes. Like I've got my backpack. It's brand new. I got it from a brand called Pixie Mood, and they do vegan and sustainably sourced recycled backpacks. So it's recycled vegan leather. The inside has like a recycled plastic bottle lining, and it's so cute. Hold on. Gotta get my hair out of the way. Is that not just the cutest? I feel like such a little kid again. I'm so happy to be like going to school with my backpack. I really had no idea like what to prepare or what to bring, because I have, no idea what we're actually going to be doing or what class is going to be like. So I brought my laptop, I brought a notebook and some pens and stuff. I can't wait to see like who else is in the class and what these people are going to be like. Age-wise, I'm curious like what kind of demographic is going to be there. Am I going to be one of the youngest or one of the oldest? Like I really have no idea. I'm trying to just like keep myself calm because I am a little nervous just about getting there for the first time, like taking the subway. It's just one line, so it should be pretty easy, but finding the building, finding the room, and getting settled. Okay, so I'm in the car. I just finished my first creative writing class. It was amazing, as I knew it would be. It seems like we have a great, like, diverse group of writers in the class. The instructor seems so knowledgeable and really excited about it as well, which always transfers into you, and I'm just really excited to get going. This was obviously a bit more, it was the first class, so it was a bit more of an introductory class. We, you know, went around and like introduced ourselves and stuff like that. At the end we did like a little exercise where we wrote something for 2 minutes, but we didn't really have time to think about it or edit it or do much except for like get something down, and then we shared it with everyone and people talked about like what they liked and like what stood out and whatever, and that was already so nerve-wracking just to like write something and then share it right away without having a chance to really like think about it too much or try to make it like better. I think this is definitely going to be, you know, like a vulnerable experience, just in the sense of like putting yourself out there, sharing your writing. Like workshopping is a big part of the course, so we're going to definitely be talking about and like dissecting pieces. I'm just really excited. I feel like the nerves, they were there, but I am mostly just really excited to dive more into it. Today we are heading to the library. I have some work to do. There is a exercise that I had to do last week for the course that I did not do, so hopefully I can find a way to do it now. The exercise is basically to like eavesdrop and write dialogue kind of from what you hear, and I realize I'm not an eavesdropper. I mind my own business even when people are around me talking. Like very rarely am I tuned into other people's conversations, so that's something I need to get better at, and I obviously really want to get this assignment done so I can get some feedback on it. And then I have to do this week's actual graded assignment. I don't know if I'm actually going to do that today, but I'm definitely going to do at least the little word prompts that they give us every week, review material, and get my brain bubbling with ideas. And then I'll probably go outside, and I brought a book with me. I'm going to read in the sunshine, enjoy the weather. I'm trying to just get out of the house a little more often, hoping that that will provide some inspiration, help with writing, but also just with how I'm feeling and life in general. So that's the plan. Let's go. I dove into this course, honestly, despite everything, with so much enthusiasm. I haven't written creatively since I was a teenager pretty much, and it took some time to get over the intimidation of a blank page, and I had this weird sense of perfectionism, of feeling like I needed to know exactly what I was writing before I wrote it, which now I think is just like so ridiculous. But over the weeks of this course, I slowly found my way through that. I've started writing more, and more than just for the assignments and word prompts that we had in class. I also did a 1-week poetry course at U of T's summer writing school, which again, I was feeling way too anxious to even think about recording anything, but I did get through it and I learned so much from that one as well. I do think it's important that we talk about creativity and mental health, because I feel like sometimes there can be this idea that having worse mental health or having some sort of like mental health issues in some way makes you somehow like more creative. It's the stereotype of the tortured artist, right? Like we hear all these stories about how great artists of the past had various mental issues, like, you know, Van Gogh cutting off his ear and stuff like that. I even remember as a teen thinking that the more like angsty and tortured and dark I could be in my mind, the better my writing would be. And now, honestly, having the year that I have had, I just feel like that is quite a naive perspective, and one that is only really possible to have before you've actually truly experienced any kind of real mental health struggles. Because now that I have experienced, I just know for sure that that is not a thing. Do I feel like this experience with anxiety has given me a deeper understanding of myself, of my mind, my emotions, just building a lot of self-awareness? Sure, yeah, it definitely has, and I've definitely learned a lot about myself through this experience, but it has also made it much harder and almost nearly impossible to actually produce high quality work that I am proud of, to be creative with my videos in the way that I have been in the past, or in the way that I would like to be and that I aspire to. And now over the last, 1 to 2 months, I have finally started feeling more like my normal self, more like my usual self, more alive. I feel like I finally have the energy and capacity to take on new things again, to take on creative projects, and finally pick things back up, including making these videos. So welcome back. I already have a few more videos in the works for you coming up that will hopefully be coming your way on a consistent weekly schedule, and I can't wait to share them with you and pick this back up. Thank you so much for being here, for still being here after my little break, and I will see you again soon. Bye.